nature's great vessel skillfully navigating through time, with your wise, ageless skipper at the helm. And we, your modest and wearying crew, not fully grasping the reason for our voyage, not realizing that the journey creates us, that we become the frontiers we cross, unaware that the Strait never sleeps. Where do you begin? Where do you end? To enter the sea at night, to be swallowed whole, to be one with you for a short while, as if invited into memory's artificial reefs, sharpened by our beams of light, to meet our nocturnal underwater selves, to let the cosmos unfold on the seabed.
I think people aren't really aware of how privileged we are.
Yep.
The Straits have always been associated with other things aside from the marine life. Perhaps strategic, military, marine traffic, a conduit to arrive from one port to another, historical. But I don't think people are totally aware of the beauty of the Straits and the marine life.
Venga. Vale, Dennis, ¿tú con Sean? ¿Nevadi bien? Yes? Okay, pues hacemos eso entonces, ¿vale? You two together, us, me, Dad and Nick, and both of you together, yes? Sure. Okay. Alright, okay, everyone happy? We're gonna go diving. No, not fun. Vale, vamos a entrar, entramos por el quarry. We're gonna go to the 482, está llenando, so we're gonna go up to the 482. From the 482, we can decide if we want to cross to the 12-meter barge or down straight to the 20-meter barge. The suggestion that Robert made was to go to the 12-meter barge. Then from here, we can go to the Arca, cross to the 20-meter barge, or come back upwards. Yeah, so depending on what the tides are like, 12-meter barge, we'll go to the Arca, and from the Arca, we'll come back up, swim against the rock surface, and back out to the shore. Yes?
100 bars?
100 bars, obviously, let us know.
Or 60 minutes.
As we usually do. Yes.
If not, we don't eat.
We're late for dinner.
Someone
The
has
food
to
will
be
be
here to
here.
get
It'll
the
get
of
cold.
course.
Someone has to be here to get the food. Very important.
Well, nada, let's dive.
We're the Gibraltar Sub Aqua Club, and we're one of the longest, if not the longest, established club in Gibraltar, scuba diving club. We are a branch of the British Sub Aqua Club, and we've been operated from Parsons Lodge area, Rozier Bay, for the latter part, better part of 45 years or so. We meet at Victualling Yard.
con que we're gonna make our way. Vamos en camino ahora para el aquario, hacemos unos body checks allí justamente antes de entrar en el agua y we'll make sure our air is good. Con que usually antes de que nos tiremos al agua, él siempre viene para acá, él Mr. Marea, y mirando solamente el mar, sin tener que mirar ni up ni nada, y veo que lo mira de todas maneras para asegurarse, pero mirando el mar, sabe si está entrando, si está saliente.
Depending on the dive, depending the divers that will attain, their qualifications, their ranking, their experience, if they're dived up, if they're not dived up. So a lot of considerations need to be taken into account.
Having left the nighttime dome behind, our bearings change, new meanings emerge, diving into each other, buoyant at mid-depth, suspended in ourselves.
We like to dive at night, and crazy as it may seem, at nighttime is when everything comes to life. So what you see during the day transforms at night, and because it's so dark and you can only see essentially what your torch shines, the point at which your torch shines is what you see, aside from phosphorescent, which is quite beautiful. The colors, it just bursts, and you are able to enjoy the marine life a lot more. They're in hunting mode, you can see them hunt. Whereas otherwise, perhaps they'd be finding a shelter during the day. At night, they may be roaming freely on their hunts, so you're able to see the interaction with other creatures and learn a lot more about the species. Sometimes even how they cohabit, co-hunt, utilize one species to the benefits of their own. It's a great feeling.
Here on the seabed sand beneath us, sepia, sepia, how masterly you express yourself with your surface talk. Your beautiful way of knowing, of sensing, your symphony of survival, of burying yourself in the sand, fading into different backgrounds, disappearing swiftly behind a screen of dark ink, as if teasing the world, being and not being. Now you see me, now. Our bubbles spiraling upwards, we hear our own breathing interweave with the sea music, as time around us crackles on, speaks its broken language, sings its unending song. We enter the sunken barges of the night, aware of the life we cannot see, of the music we cannot hear, starting to understand that we are just a very small part of the whole, adrift, not really steering, I'm afraid. On this threshold which leads to the greater darkness beyond, where sunlight cannot reach, that twilight zone, that other endless night, too deep for us to visit, where colors no longer matter.
Normally when there's a dive, especially if there's a dive to Europa Reef, there's a boat dive, there's various considerations that we need to put in place. There are risk exposures, and we try and do our best to eliminate them as we go along. So we try and be as cautious, and we try not to be complacent, because complacency, can get in the way, especially if you've been diving for a very long time. We do is a lot of preparation, so we would go the day before. Prepare all the equipment, check all the equipment, ensure that we've got the adequate gas, the mix, recheck everything. Basically, Nick, as a compressor operator, he would have pre-filled the cylinder, and what he does is once he fills it, he checks the gas and puts the maximum operating depth, which is the depth that we can go to using this mix. And basically what it is instead of using normal air, we have a 32% of air.
My uncle Arturo Sheriff is a professional diver, and he taught Nicholas when I was 12 years old. And I went to Varelbeg. Varelbeg was surrounded by water, and I was with my tank every day after work, after school and after work, diving there in Varelbeg.
Go through the dive plan, check the currents, check the availability, ensure that we've got oxygen on board, ensure that everybody has rechecked what we've checked. So there's a lot of, as I say, cross-check.
Today we've got Robert, Nikki, Dennis, Bianca, Tony and Jaisa. The numbers, they give me the percentage, and we have a matrix inside which I can then translate it to how deep the diver's allowed to go on the mix that they've got, which I'm just about to do. Once I've got them down, I'll go in and write down all the depth, the maximum depth they can go to.
We have to pre-program into the dive computer. The mix is 30%, and that dictates the 37 meters that I'm allowed to go as my maximum operating depth. And if should I go over it, I could expose myself to oxygen toxicity. So the computer will naturally start vibrating and beeping. You jump, there's different ways to jump off the boat. Either you do a forward roll, backward roll, you just roll. You haven't even surfaced and you're already looking to orientate yourself, and normally use the rock, the boat and the buoy. And the minute that you clock the buoy, then you just focus on the buoy. And as you start approaching that buoy and the currents are strong, you're positioning yourself using the current in your favor to align yourself to the shot line. By that time you start, you want to start becoming negative, so you start releasing the air from your jacket, negatively buoyant, and you just dive down and grab hold of that line as quickly as you can. And once you're down the first 3 meters, you wait, you hold on, and you wait so that your body has cleared. Once your body has cleared, you descend. And the idea is to shelter yourself over the shelf. And once you're over the shelf at the bottom, then the most important thing is, aside from checking your equipment naturally, is to calm your heart rate. We never kick off on an accelerated heart, and there's a lot of adrenaline pumping, the boat is moving, there's a lot of people, there's a little bit of a frenzy at that precise moment in time, and you want to get it right.
Well, for me, diving is a peace of mind because you can just dive there. You don't really hear anybody. You just hear the bubbles. You see the marine life, and you are there. Although with a buddy, normally with somebody else, but you're there all alone, and it's really peaceful. For me, it's just a peace of mind. Why do I dive? It's been my passion. I've been diving since 1970, so for me, it's my passion. If I don't dive, there's something missing in my life.
Why do I dive? I love it. Been my passion for my life. I even prefer working on the water. Being laying ropes, putting buoys, anything, taking propellers, finding things. We love it. It's amazing. And more amazing is diving with your daughter.
I dive, it relaxes me, stresses me out, and I forget about work, cars, people, and everything. There's no one there who can talk to me.
It really is something special. It really truly is something special. And we've got it at our doorstep, and especially here in Gibraltar. The beauty of those reefs, especially Europa Reef. And I think one of the beautiful things about diving, that once you're under the water, you can't communicate. You have hand signals, but you can't communicate. But over a period of time, if you connect with your body, just by looking at them, you develop an ability to read their mind. I know it sounds a bit extreme, but you know exactly what they're thinking. You know if they're uncomfortable, if they're not uncomfortable, if they're concerned, if they're at a heightened state of alert, if they're not focused. You develop that ability to pick the signals up very quickly underwater, and your mood will change, and your dive will be adapted, subject to your body.
I remember diving on that site in the 1980s, and as we went down, there was loads and loads of fish. I could see all the octopus sunning themselves on the top of the reef, and that has gone now. You don't see. Today I saw one grouper. On that same dive, so many years ago, I would have seen multiple groupers, loads of more fish, and now it's all been depleted to the stage where there's hardly any marine life in comparison to what there was before.
It just gives you a peace that no other sport gives you. And that stillness and that silence and that serenity, it almost cleanses your mind. It's like a reset. So we were able to execute the dive plan as we suggested. We all came back at the same time. We all came back to the same spot. We all went up and did those who had decompression did their decompression stop, those who just had a safety stop did their safety stop, and we went up in waves to allow the boatman to help with the equipment, or else it gets quite heavy.
Normally between 45 minutes to an hour in this area, and I think they're looking at a time on board was 25 minutes, so they've then got to do the deco, so they'll have to do the stops as they come back up the shop.
We come out with a smile on our face. That's one of the reasons we go diving. Excellent. Clear waters, no current. Awesome.
Lots of life, lots of marine life, and the current was just right. with it?
Oh, excellent dive. I'll wait for the next one.
And it was one of those days that we were privileged enough not to encounter any currents, which doesn't happen often, and the visibility was exquisite.
Right, Dennis? When I'm his age, I want to be like him.
Brilliant. No other words for it.
But we've been very lucky today. No current whatsoever.
Ricardo, ya le toca el jacuzzi.
The problem is complacency. People are aware, but it's not a priority to them in the day-to-day lives. They've got other things to be concerned about, other things that are more pressing. People are stressed, people are anxious, people are worried. So it's not really at the forefront of a lot of people. They are aware of it, they know it's there, they know it's an issue, but it's not of immediate priority. And I think by being privileged enough to be in a position where I can bring it to the forefront, bring it to people's eyes without giving any message. You're just giving them what's there, what's raw, what's live, with no narration. Just, this is how it is. I think it raises awareness. It sends a message without really ramming it into people's lives. I think it sends a message that we have a responsibility, and I think I have a responsibility. And the least I can do is both bring the beauty of it to everybody's TV screen, and equally the negative side of it. And we have a social responsibility, I think, all of us, to just be a little bit more cautious. And I think if everybody makes a slight change, I think we can definitely make a huge contribution and improvement.